So we can see we get this mess here. Couple real clouds. Some other clouds trying to dissipate. Right next to the sun, blazing hot. Of course, the ice crystals aren't going to melt. Remnants of a trail. We got this one here. They just sprayed going this way. This one's dissipating. This one's not dissipating. Must be you know, different aspects of the atmosphere. I think Meadowbunk taught me that. And you can see up here, you can just see there's remnants of these aerosols built up. You look towards the sun, you can look under the sun, what they call accidental geoengineering, which is just a bunch of garbage to try and take some heat off of the people that are calling up these agencies, the FAA, the EPA, and they're trying to take a little heat off of the workers who are getting bombarded with calls, selling their souls to explain this off to people. And this is to take a little heat off of them and off of the weather people that also get calls and tweets and emails, because people are not stupid. You know, people are not stupid. You don't need to know every bit of science to understand that something isn't the way it used to be. Something is not the way it used to be. That does not take a scientist. This takes monitoring and remembering. So you're counting on people not to remember the deep blue skies. I can't describe any of my skies as deep blue anymore. Deep blue skies. Think about the last time you had deep blue skies. And don't forget it, because they're counting on you to forget it. And they're putting every bit of distraction in front of you to try and make sure you do forget it. Everybody's so enamored with their iPhones and their Netflix and you know, 300 channels on cable of stupidity. Stupidity in your newspaper. Look at the front page of your newspaper. The most stupid stories make the front page of the newspaper. They're basically gossip stories. And that's what keeps people's attention these days, is gossip. No one wants the real story. You know, what the hell is this in my sky that's now blocking my sun? You know, it is now in the back of commercials and cartoons and movies, and they're trying to put it in front of you. You know, photographers, they'll wait. They'll do ad shoots when they have a pristine day. They you know, they set every inch of these TV shows. It's all, you know, manipulated. They don't want to do it and have this filth behind it unless it's intentional. So who knows if they get subsidies to do that, to help push this little image here that it's normal. But, you know, when you're shooting film, you do everything to perfection. You don't want to distract the people's attention to something going on in the background. You want the attention there, which means nice clear pictures, nothing going on in the background, and now they're putting it in the background, which means they want you to notice what's going on in the background, which is not the, you know, the purpose of the advertisement. If they're selling a car and you see the, you know, the sky is all blasted out, that's drawing your attention to the sky, taking it away from the actual purpose of the advertisement. That's not, you know, that's not the strategy advertisement. So somehow there's, you know, collusion going on here. People are purposely sacrificing their filming shots to allow this to be included into it. You don't take away from your subject matter, and that's exactly what lines and X's and stripes do, is take away from your subject matter. You can see how wide this thing spread out back here. Extremely wide. This is all from airplanes. Who in the world is okay with, you know, would you be okay with spray paint going up and down your house even if it can wash off? No, you probably wouldn't. So who's okay with stuff, you know, occupying the sky for hours and good portions of the day even though it may disappear? When it doesn't disappear, it just builds up and accumulates, which is that accidental geoengineering bullshit excuse. Another plane coming up here. fly right next to the contrail up there. He's got nothing coming out unless he chooses to release something. He's way up there. Probably won't let me focus on him. Camera only wants to focus if you can catch these guys initially and then turn on the record. It doesn't want to focus in the process. But, you know, why doesn't this guy have a short contrail? Why doesn't he have a little something coming out? He's got absolutely nothing. Flying right next to this huge, humongous, non-dissipating, persistent chemtrail. So, already blocked a few shills on the channel here. And we'll block the rest of them too. There's no reason to waste your time with them. They got their job to do. And they're doing a terrible job with it. No content on their channels, but they're experts. You know, they're debunking everything, but they have no content that they put out. Who cares? You want medical advice from someone that's, you know, not a doctor? So they want people to take their advice and their stupid, shilly opinions that support every inch of everything your government tells you. Yet they show no reason where you should trust them or consider them an expert on anything. So you might as well ask the bum on the street and ask him what's going on, because that's the same thing as talking to one of these shills on the internet. They're wasting your time, and they're all experts. Backseat drivers. You can see we got one right up in front of the sun. And I think that's the rest of the one that dissipated. And somehow they're able to leave little trails right in front of the sun that don't dissipate. The beginning of the trail will dissipate, the end of it will dissipate, but the middle, right in front of the sun, which is the optimal place to leave a trail, doesn't seem to dissipate. You know, we have no kind of clue what technology is being used. So these idiots saying it's this and that, and if it was metals it would dissipate, and if it was that, you have no clue what kind of technology is being used. You have no clue what's been invented. You have no clue, you know, what combinations, what new technology, nothing. So unless you're involved in any sort of process of the government, the military, designing and patenting, you know, no one should take your opinion for anything. So you're wasting your time visiting people's sites with your stupidity, and no one wants to hear it. So go back to the holes you came from and jump back in. No one wants your opinion. They lure people into getting into arguments with them, and just basically to waste your time. This way you're not out researching any further. So don't waste your time with them. Continue your research, and then you'll realize how obsolete these people are. And you'll realize they have motivations behind what they're doing, and it's likely a little salary, a little perk. Maybe they get little vacation trips, or who knows what they're given. But it's ridiculous. You know, no one has time to do this stuff for free. They don't believe in chemtrails. They don't think it's real. No one would do that to you. Yet these people spend hours every week going to channels to waste their time with it. Come on, how stupid. How stupid. They know who they are too, but they got to keep playing the game to get their little perks, their little piece of cheese. Look at him, look at him. This dude got the whole bounty of nuts right here. Got about 7 palm tree nuts. So he robbed a palm tree. Should be a few more planes coming, but I don't have all day to mess with this stuff here. You can see they've just destroyed the sky. This blob up here. You know, who would be okay with these blobs and patches and stripes? Who in the world would be okay with that? This guy's too low for any action. But I have seen these guys, these low guys, drop something out of the back, out of the fuselage, which Metabunk calls a galley dump. Yeah, it's a galley dump. Why would they be dumping anything over a residential area? The airport is right over here. That plane's either going to the airport or coming from the airport when it's that low. So why would it be dropping anything? It's either it could have did it before it left, or it's on the way to go do it now. Why would it be dropping used water, probably toilet water, whatever kind of else is in there? You know, doesn't even make sense, these stupid excuses. They're gonna drop something right over a residential neighborhood. Come on.